All right, welcome back to the Parking Lot Takes podcast, where even though the movie might be over,
the conversation just started.
Oh yeah. To my right, I have Brandon Clark.
I got Christian on my left.
Oh yes, sir. And we're so pumped. We are having a lot of things to go through today. We got Super Bowl trailers. Mm-hmm. We got a couple new movie releases that we're excited to talk about, and we got a fun little game we're gonna play right at the somewhere in there. We'll figure it out. But we had, as of a big event, well, this is going to be coming out so late after the Super Bowl.
That's true, yeah.
Oh man, but here we go. We're finally getting to it. We got Brave New World stuff this week, so we're a little push behind, but that's okay. So
it's still fun to talk about.
Yeah,
we got some good stuff.
Yeah, we got to get it. It's got to get out there.
Yes,
got to get out there. So either way, real quick, I need you to rate Super Bowl halftime show out of 10, real fast.
Oh gosh. Out of 10, based on past performances?
Don't act like you have to think about it.
I'm going to say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, dude.
Dude, the visuals, I mean, Kendrick Lamar.
10 out of 10.
Name-dropping Drake. He actually did it? That's crazy, dude. I genuinely was in a very entertaining performance, though. And with all the controversy around it, gosh, dude. He just delivered on every front, and he delivered on everybody like wanting to see him play Not Like Us because of the controversy. Dude, all-time great halftime performance.
That's so sick. You're a big Kendrick Lamar guy.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not, like, I don't dislike him. Like, I think I learned about him when he did Black Panther. Like, I realized that was a big deal. I was like, oh, Kendrick Lamar did the album, the soundtrack of Black Panther, that's sick.
Yeah.
And so I listened to it a little bit, but having not known any of the behind-the-scenes stuff, I thought the performance was absolutely sick.
It just gets even better
I
knowing
thought it
what's
was
going
sick,
on.
Dude.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah. He killed it. He was so, just a camera magnet, dude. Like, charisma magnet.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
He seemed like so cool.
You don't even know. There's so many deep cuts in that performance. Like... There's like the PlayStation buttons, like game over Drake. Like
dude, the what was it like is it the GTA?
Yes.
I saw that today.
Full armor and health.
That was so
crazy.
Dope. I learned that. I'm like, this is so sick.
I don't know if you noticed, but like it cuts one time too to like a girl dancing. It's Serena Williams. Who was Drake's ex?
Yes, so dope.
Dude,
that was so sick. And then the Uncle Sam thing.
Yes.
Like, I want to talk to your uncle, the man of the house.
Yes.
It's like, your Uncle Sam.
Exactly.
That's so sick.
Yeah, Sam Jackson. That's a fun.
Dude, I saw him. And I was like, I'm gonna like this.
Yes, yeah. It's so good. So many little nuances in there. He's a master at it. But
that was really cool.
That was
super.
I
sick.
really enjoyed that.
As someone who just, it's not like necessarily my genre of music. Yeah. I really thought it was really good.
Yeah,
which I cannot say for like other performers.
Yeah,
who I may have listened to a little bit more and didn't like it.
Yeah.
But either way, with the Super Bowl every year, it's kind of a big event movie-wise because we get a lot of cool creative videography trailer-esque stuff. So it's always fun if you're a moviegoer to watch trailers and commercials. But we did get one. We were shocked because we predicted Fantastic Four
would be at the Super Bowl.
Would be at the Super Bowl.
But they dropped it early.
We dropped it early. I totally thought we were getting like a sneak peek.
Yeah.
I don't know how time slots work, but maybe like a 5-minute extended look that maybe they would show 30 seconds of. Release on YouTube, something. Nothing Fantastic Four.
No.
Nothing Fantastic Four. Interesting.
Yeah.
It concerns me.
A little bit, yeah.
But we did see one heck of a Thunderbolts trailer.
Oh, yes.
And man, I tell you, I had Brave New World up there.
Yeah.
I didn't even have Thunderbolts on there.
You didn't have it on the list, that's right. And I gave you flack about it, too.
You did give me flack, and I explained that, like, I thought Thunderbolts, going in, kind of thought Thunderbolts would be, like, a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to work. Yes. Like, those people are really funny.
Yeah.
All those characters are pretty loved, other than Taskmaster, who's barely in the trailer, which makes me think, like, oh, they're dying.
Yes.
They're not even in a lot of the scenes.
No.
So I'm like, oh, there we go, in a way, which is going to be great. It's going to be, we love that.
Yes.
So, but man, that trailer looks so good. We get a little bit of Century Bob, who's also Bob in Top Gun Maverick.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So fun little. But man, dude, the visuals
are different than I would have expected.
They're different. It's not stereotypical Marvel.
No, it's not bright.
No,
it's not lighthearted.
Yeah. Well, it could be lighthearted.
There's gonna be comedy throughout it, but like visually it looks very grittier than like Winter Soldier. It's darker.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
right.
just slightly.
Yep.
And I was kind of surprised because I felt like from the other trailers, I got the darker tone, but this one really made that shine of, oh, this is going to be a little different than what we're used to.
It looks like it's going to be the perfect blend of a lot of things.
I think so. It made it, I was more anticipating than you.
Yeah.
And it just like skyrocketed it probably to like my top like 3 or 4 on my list for like top 10 most anticipated for the year. Because like just there's so many moments like Sentry, or you get a little bit, the chemistry works. They showed us some action sequences that look really good. Like better than anything I've seen in Captain America Brave New World so far.
Yeah.
Now we'll see the movie and how it turns out, but like it just looks really well done.
I agree. I would say like I know we differ on Falcon Winter Soldier, but I'm excited to see some solid Bucky Barnes.
Yeah.
I think I think he's in Winter Soldier as a character, but I think action wise and like fighting wise, that was like totally undercut a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no reason the U.S. agent should have anything on Bucky at all. That it looks solid. There's the shot of the little snippet we got where he takes the cable and like slams it and grabs the concrete and it flips the car. That's
insane.
I mean, like, you don't need much after that point.
Yeah.
There is the shot of Sentry turning the people into shadows. That looks amazing.
It looks really
That's
good.
a great whoever storyboarded that idea. That's a great concept and good execution on said concept.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Sentry. I'm excited that they're not showing us much.
Yes.
This is like totally the antithesis of Fantastic Four. We're like, we're not seeing Galactus.
Yes.
But then like Sentry, they're hiding, dude. It's going to be so sick.
Yeah, true.
But dude, I'm so pumped.
I am really pumped.
I'm so excited.
I think this is going to, I don't want to get it too hyped, but like, this feels like this is going to be the MCU movie of the year. Over Fantastic Four, over Captain America. I would have probably said I was more excited to see what Fantastic Four does for the overall MCU and what it's going forward, but I'm most excited to see Thunderbolts because I think it's going to be the best movie of the year.
Yeah. Other than, I would say, like, I don't think the character, I don't remember her name, but from the antagonist in Ant-Man and the Wasp, like, she's not like totally Ghost. She's not totally on my radar. I do think she's like interesting and cool.
Yeah.
Powers are very interesting and cool. She's not like super on my radar, but like Yelena, the Red Guardian, Bucky, all of those characters, even though they're like necessarily like their intro projects or the projects they've been in haven't been like great, they still really shined in their movies. And so I'm excited to get that crew of people together. Like,
I think the chemistry is going to work. And like, I love the scenes of Red Guardian. Like, he's going to be so funny.
Yeah.
I think throughout it, he's going to be a very lighthearted character. But I think it really works. Like, from what I've seen, I think David Harbour is really selling kind of the just happy-go-lucky, just having fun, like, in the role. He's old Red Guardian. Like, he's just having fun with it. And I love it. I think it's going to work so very well.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's riffing off Yelena, like, you know, and their fun relationship, like the father-daughter kind of dynamic. And then you've got Bucky, who's just very serious. You know, like, I think it's going to be, I hate to say it, but, like, it's going to be kind of like a Suicide Squad, kind of Guardians kind of feel to it. But I think it's going to be way better than the Suicide stuff we've gotten before. And we don't have to go down that rabbit trail.
That's a great take, though. I mean, like, we like the... it's tough to call them losers. I mean, really, you could say that about Red Guardian, probably.
Yes, yeah.
But when the B tier team gets together and the movie's good, that's always fun.
Oh yeah, it's a fun time. So I'm very, very pumped coming out of this trailer for this movie. It's going to be the event for me, MCU wise.
It better not be better than Daredevil.
We'll see.
No, if it's not better than if it's better than Daredevil, that means Daredevil was not great. Not great.
That's fair.
Because I'd have a hard time assuming this movie's better than any of the Daredevil seasons.
That's true. Yeah.
Which is not saying anything. It's just those are up there.
Very high up there. Yeah.
So, but I will double down and say if this movie's really, really good, and as good as we think it's going to be, and if Daredevil is really, really good, Phase 5's locked in. I think Brave New World could absolutely pee the bed. Like,
and still just.
And I would say this season
Yeah.
that phase 5's great.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with the other Deadpool, Wolverine, Guardians, I mean, yeah, that's gonna make a solid case for 5 being a really good. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you always through the seasons you have 2 or 3 standouts usually across all of them.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with you on that. Very excited for Thunderbolts. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. Fun one to talk about. I'm pumped to talk about it too. Yeah. We got some other trailers though too.
Yep.
We got some cool ones. You want to talk about Mission Impossible?
We can talk about Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible wasn't like a full trailer. It was kind of like a spot. I don't know if you remember, but like towards the beginning, I noticed I was at a friend's house. We were kind of like eating, and it kind of piqued my interest because like Tom Cruise was like on the screen just talking, and they kind of like weaved it into the Super Bowl like marketing material. I thought that was really unique, and then they showed a little spot. But dude, I'm so pumped for this movie. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I mean,
I put my faith in Tom Cruise.
Oh, 100%. I mean, when has he? Well, he maybe failed me a couple times, but in recent years, he has not failed me really, hardly at all. Like,
what are you talking about? What movie you're thinking of?
I'm thinking like way back when, like, he's had a couple that I would say are just like weaker. Most of them, though. I mean, Tom Cruise is my favorite actor.
Yeah, there's a solid case for that.
I think there's been other roles and things and actors that have done some insane things, but overall, just enjoyment level, Tom Cruise is my favorite actor.
Oh yeah, I mean he's done some of my favorite stuff for sure. Consistently, he's consistently in a lot of Mummy. The Mummy was bad.
Yes,
the Mummy was bad.
Gosh. It was. I remember when it came out, I tried to justify it. I was like, no, like it's a fine action movie. Like we're just getting, introduced to the like monster universe. And I can't do it.
The Mummy, I was like racking my brain, like, what could you be talking about?
I remember I bought it on Blu-ray thinking like, it's time, I'm going to watch it again. And upon rewatch, I was like, gosh, this is not good. This is just not it.
He is in, I mean, my favorite thing he's ever done is A Few Good Men. Have you seen A Few Good Men?
No, I have not seen it.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the one with, action? Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
The famous line, you can't handle the truth. Yeah.
Is that Clear Crystal? I mean, gosh.
Yeah. I haven't seen that, though.
That's like, he's an acting powerhouse in that, man.
I could see that, just in the more dramatic role. I could see him
an acting powerhouse in that. I mean, he crushes that.
That is a good one.
It's like, there's no action. It's like all, lawyer court scene stuff. Oh, my gosh.
I'll have to watch it. Yeah, that's one of the classics that I
just
have never gotten
that wall. Oh my goodness.
So many quotable lines. The only one I like to bring up typically when I talk about Tom Cruise is, I always bring up The Last Samurai. Have you seen that? Dude, such a good one. I watched that a couple weeks ago.
It's on Prime right now.
Yes, I did. And I watched it. And it's so good. Dude, I get so emotional at the end every freaking time. And the soundtrack is so good. Love that movie. But the one I always bring up is Edge of Tomorrow. Have you seen Edge of Tomorrow?
Oh, Live, Die, Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat, yeah. Awful marketing campaign. Gosh, awful.
Was it? I didn't see that.
Dude, we didn't know what it was called. Is it Edge of Tomorrow? Is it Live, Die, Repeat?
Yeah.
We had no clue. Because the posters would say Live, Die, Repeat, but then it came out as Edge of Tomorrow. Terrible marketing campaign. But what a banger sci-fi movie. That's awesome. Like, it's such a good one.
It is an awesome movie.
A lot of people sleep on that one.
I think another slept on one I would not say that one slept on because everyone...
I just don't ever hear anybody talking about it.
Really?
I mean, you've probably been the first friend I have that has watched it and been like, oh, that's really good.
Oh,
I bring it up and they're like, no, I've never seen that. What is that?
It's so good. It does everything you would think. Well, and that idea as a premise, I don't know. It just it doesn't leave anything. It shows you enough situations.
Yes.
This is a weird nitty-gritty.
It's not an original premise at all.
No, but it's very original in execution.
Yes, so very well. And gosh, yeah, that movie's really good. Emily Blunt kills it in that too.
I think about an overrated one or underrated one not talked about is Oblivion.
I'm so on Oblivion.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's fine. I've heard a lot of people. I feel like I've watched a lot of content creators who really hate it.
Oh wow!
I watched it way later, and I just thought it was okay.
Really?
It was kind of a fun watch, but I don't really find myself wanting to go back to it I would in Edge
I've
of Tomorrow.
seen it a lot.
Really, and you really like it.
So I remember the first time watching it. it's tough when you have these experiences with movies, I guess, because I probably watched it a little too young in a sense of like really being able to sink my teeth into it.
Yeah.
And then I remember it came on Netflix, and then it made its rounds again like a couple years, 5 years ago.
I watched it, yeah.
And then I watched it again, and I was like, that's really good.
Yeah.
And then I went again. I mean, it's just like...
It does some interesting things.
I think like when you think about what the trailers were...
Yeah.
That movie had to have blown you away just looking at trailers and then going to see it. Because it was like so far away in like what... It just did not go, I think, where you thought it was going to go.
True.
At all. And it's... At least the trailers I watched, like they were super minimal.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's this resistance and all this stuff, like all these elements. And
you don't really get that from
I loved all the ideas, the premises, everything executed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just loved it. I don't know. I thought that was so good.
Yeah, it is very unique.
That's what director?
Oh, I think he's worked with that director before. Is it Doug Liman?
It is John Krasinski, who did Tron Legacy.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
He also did Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, that makes sense why I didn't like that movie. I'm just kidding.
And he's doing F1, which takes us directly into another trailer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
F1.
F1 looks awesome.
That trailer sold me because when we did our most anticipated movies, it was in my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
It didn't make my top 10. That trailer made me feel what you said of like in the cockpit of a F1 car. Yeah. And I thought, like I was holding my breath watching the trailer. I thought it was really good.
It
better,
so
way
good.
Better than the first one. I thought the first one was cool, don't get me wrong. But this one gave me the feel for what you're going to kind of experience and kind of the thrill of the race car. Like, gosh, that was so good. Yeah, I got that one.
Oh, he's also doing... I'm looking at this now. He's also doing... Is he also doing the sequel to Tron?
Maybe he is. I actually don't know who's doing...
He did Twisters, though.
Twisters? Didn't see it.
Really? That's good.
It looked like it'd be fun.
It's all right.
There's a couple times where I almost went to see it in theater just for like a fun watch, but like things came up and I just kind of pushed it off. But I never saw it technically.
Me and Sierra went on our first date night to go see it after having Walker.
That's funny.
And it was awesome.
That's cool.
It's got, if you like music,
yeah,
it is a music hub. Well, I don't know, like your taste. I like folk country when that, it's like Dylan Gossett does a song in it, which was big because he was really small when I found him. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of good songs in there that are just written for that movie that end up being like really popular outside the movie. So I think music wise, it's good. I think it's got some great tension. Well, I'm going to tell you, there is a shot, and this is amazing. Well, I guess, hey, Joseph Krasinski, you're a winner.
Yes.
There's a shot where this tornado, they're all hiding in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And it takes off basically where you would watch the screen.
Yes.
And so it's the screen is gone, and you're looking at this tornado tearing up this town, and people are hanging on to the movie theater seats, being like sucked into the movie.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Yes, into the screen.
Visually, I thought it was like amazing. I thought that was genius. Like a genius decision. I was like, that's so good.
That is
That
cool.
is so good.
I'll have to watch it. It's probably on. I mean, it has to be on streaming now.
Yeah,
so.
it's good. I mean, I'm not going to be out here and be like, dude, it's. I mean,
I'm
number
down
one
for a
movie.
fun watch.
It's
though.
fun.
Not every movie
I would
watch
struggle to think you would watch it and be like, I hated that.
Hated that. Yeah.
It's fun.
I like to think that I can really kind of separate myself and like enjoy a movie like that, and not be like so critical that I'm just like piecing it and pulling it apart.
Turn your brain off. Movies exist.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like some people struggle with that. I try really hard not to kind of be that person, but I'll have to check that one out though. So he directed Twisters, and he's doing
he's doing F1.
F1,
and he did Tron Legacy, which is, I mean, we're talking about it again.
Your greatest film of all time
I did watch
ever
it
created.
Again.
You did watch it again recently? Oh, you did. That's right.
Yeah, last night.
You did. You tagged me in it.
So you want to hear something funny?
What?
We're watching it, and she's like, Sierra's like, I don't get it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, why do people like on your Instagram talking about this? And I'm like, oh, because Brandon said like the CGI was bad. and she looks at it and she goes, he would have seen it when he's like 10. And I said, and she was like, probably. And she goes, well, how could you have this opinion at 10 years old? She's like,
to my defense,
I think it looks really good.
I didn't see it when I was 10. I saw it way later.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I was probably in like, I don't know, gosh, I was probably in high school before I saw it, technically.
Okay. That's
so
fair.
my taste was developing. I was, more eloquent and critiquing
Dang,
films.
so you don't get to rely. I mean, like, I think I am probably relying on a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
But the fact that you said the CGI was bad is totally hurting it. Like,
that's funny.
That's not a good point.
I need to go back and rewatch that to get a real accurate film. Because it's genuinely probably been since high school since I watched.
Yeah.
And I've been out of high school for quite a while now. So I will watch that and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll
it's
throw
weird.
Up on the
Sometimes
channel
there's
or something.
some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I think you have to think about the world that you're in a little bit for some of the characters. Because I'm like, now I'm rewatching this under the filter that you're going to watch it. And I'm like,
he's going to pick that apart.
He's going to pick that up and be like, that's weird. I don't like that. But I do think,
we'll see.
I think like you're going to think the main actor is like, is not great.
Where did he go?
He does a lot of small stuff.
Really? He's
very good.
I thought about it like after we talked about it on the pod like a couple weeks ago or whatever. I was like, where did this guy go? Because like that's the only thing I can remember him being in. Like obviously Jeff Bridges, Olivia Wilde is in a lot of stuff. Like, but what is he?
He did some good stuff. I mean, Tron Legacy. He was in Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg. Did you watch that? Mm-mm. That's good. That's a fun one. Triple Frontier.
I did watch. Oh, that's right. He is in Triple Frontier.
I mean,
did you like that movie? I think it's overhated.
Oh, I was in a different realm. I was getting ready to defend it. I think it's great. I think it's fun.
I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. I think fun.
For a Netflix, you don't think for a Netflix movie it's not great?
If I'm going to caveat
That's
Netflix
what
movie, it's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
But for just like overall, I think it's a good time. Like it's fun to cast.
I struggle. I think it is. I think it's great. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's really good. I think they have great motivations for doing what they're doing.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Like, I'm definitely emotionally invested in doing this. Yeah. Them doing this. I think
the cast is stellar.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck. You got Pedro Pascal in there.
Oh my gosh,
dude.
Charlie Hunnam. He's another man crush of mine.
You love him.
I love him.
Mr. Guy Ritchie over here.
Mr. Guy Ritchie. Don't you dare.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that says Mr. Guy Ritchie.
I'll wear it proudly. We're going to watch. We're watching next topic. We need to watch The Gentleman again.
Yes.
Because I cannot believe you gave me flack for that being my favorite movie.
Don't get me wrong. I really like The Gentleman a lot. Me and Audrey watched it probably.
That's the wrong person to watch The Gentleman with.
That's true.
You need to watch that with the bros.
She loves it.
Okay, that's good.
So we watched the show and she loved it.
The show's good.
She was like, "This is so much fun." Like we would watch an episode or two, and she would be like texting me, be like, "Hey, like we need to watch another episode tonight." And I was like, "This is fantastic," because I love it too. So she actually really liked it. But you're right, watching it with the bros for The Gentleman specifically. But I do really like it. I just don't know if it's in the top 10 films of all time list. But hey, that's your opinion.
I think it's great.
That's your opinion, and you can have it.
I would go to say, like, for me, it's perfect. Like, I don't know what you could change or like what you would say. I think, but here's what I'm saying: if you don't think the movie's great, the movie's not for you. Like, that's just not your taste at the end of the day. The way Guy Ritchie serves a story is exactly how I want to consume a story. Creatively, stylistically funny, full of irony and double entendres. Like, I love that. I think it's great. I think that cast is stacked.
It is.
And
Hugh Grant out of nowhere.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh. I wish we could quote it. It's so darn quotable.
It is.
But that's a movie you watch with the bros. And that's why I have it there. It's because it's me and my brother, friend of the show, friend of the podcast, Caden, part of the focus group. And then Leighton, who's maybe friend of the show. I don't know.
Not in the focus group.
Not in the focus group. We don't like him that much. We don't trust his opinion that much.
He's had some.
Just kidding. But we watched that for the first time. We're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is so good. And I think when you have some sort of experience like that, it's just
it is fun. It's a really fun watch. I'll give you that.
It's like kind of you would think of like Expendables. Like Expendables is fun. The first one's fun. You don't think the first one's fun?
I would put the Expendables
Well, that's what I'm saying.
over here.
I'm saying
Gentlemen way over.
No. I'm not comparing that. I'm saying like that movie gets a lot more oomph because it's a bro movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The first one kind of works, bringing them all together. Beyond that, it falls off.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about one.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I'll give you
that
one.
movie,
I'll give
like,
you one.
It's a bro movie.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah. It's action. It's quippy.
action,
it's fun. Yeah. I'll give you that. There's a couple movies like that. Like, have you ever seen Red? With Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
It's kind of one of those
good.
movies. It's a fun one.
Well, that one's, I don't know. That one's pretty stylistic and I think pretty unique
It
in
is.
a way.
The action is very stylistic. It gives me kind of that vibe too. I remember growing up when me and my dad watched Red for the first time. We loved it. My dad thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
because it was all the
movie.
actors he loved from the 80s, but they were still kicking butt. So it was really
It's
fun.
a fun premise.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's
is.
interesting.
Yeah, it is.
John Wick before it's John Wick. Kind of.
Basically, yeah. Kind of doing some stylistic action before John Wick got really big. Yeah.
All right, so we're off topic, but back to Guy Ritchie.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off there.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I mean, hey, your taste is your taste, right?
Yes.
How did we get here?
We were talking trailers, F1.
F1. And then we talked about the director.
Yeah,
I think that director doesn't have many misses.
All I can say is Top Gun Maverick. Enough said. I'll be in the theater.
Oh, we got there from Oblivion. That's how we got there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think Oblivion's good.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to rewatch.
I loved it.
I think it's better on rewatch.
I don't know if there's any. Were there any other trailers?
We got the sneak peek of Guy Gardner. Sneak peek. We just got a little Guy Gardner. Interesting choice.
Interesting.
I'm going to say this now, and I'm never going to do this ever again. James Gunn, you better be holding out on us, because oh my gosh, it's concerning at this point. Like I just want you to come out and say, guys, I have shown you ziddly bop.
Yes.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Gosh, I'm with you on
because
that.
Oh my gosh, it's like, why? I don't know. Like
such a choice.
It's such a decision. And I trust you. I'm in your hands. I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3. I believe in you. But please, Lord, let there be a reason.
Yes, please.
Please. Golly.
Oh man, James Gunn, friend of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
We love you, and we have all our hopes and dreams in your hands.
There you go. Please.
Okay, but real talk, he's going to deliver.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it.
He's going to deliver.
I'm scared now, Brandon.
He's going to deliver.
Okay.
He's going to deliver.
He's going to deliver.
Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Guardians 3. He's going to deliver. Peacemaker. Do you watch Peacemaker? Oh no, you're wincing.
I don't think it's bad. I struggled to get into it. I don't think it's bad. No, I agree that it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I agree
it's good though. So
I'm like that with like
Creature
Commandos. Like I like Creature. I think I'm just weird with shows now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been let down too much on shows.
I can feel that
a little bit.
I like Creature Commandos. I've got a couple more. I'm a little behind, but from what I've seen, it does get me excited for what he's going to do in the future, especially with the actors I know playing them, with the animated being the actual actors.
I love that.
I think that's awesome.
For Peacemaker, I'm going to say this. I love the Penguin. I struggled to watch the Penguin just because I think I was for me to like want to get an episode going for whatever reason. I don't know. I think I'm just in this weird rut with shows now.
Yeah, I kind of go in and out of that. Like I've had years. HBO shows, though, they hook me. Like, they're just done so well. Like, The Last of Us. Like, when I have, like, an HBO show specifically, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
If I like it a little bit, I'm locked in. I want to see where it's going. Well, I don't know if I can say that. Dune Prophecy, I was struggling to get through. I will say
I haven't watched it.
I don't want to get on that track. I didn't finish it. I got about 2 or 3 episodes in, and Audrey and I were trying to watch it because we both love Dune. And we were struggling to get through it. I thought episode 1 was really great. We can talk about that at maybe another time, but that's one that I was kind of struggling to get through. I was
I say struggling so leniently, like not like it was hard for me. Like when I was watching The Penguin, I was loving it.
Yes,
but like
the hype, the excitement.
Just like I wasn't like I got to go to the next episode. I guess not. I agree. The show is amazing. Maybe one of the greatest DC projects,
comic book shows
done.
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, very much so.
I was slow getting through. I would say that I was slow getting through it.
Yeah.
And so Peacemaker, I liked I liked him. I just didn't like him enough. I'm not saying like, it just wasn't like when he was getting a show, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It has some fun moments. It's funny. You've got some good action. You've got some off-the-wall scenes.
Yeah.
Some crazy stuff in that show. But things like that do give me some hope that, like, I know he can deliver. I know he can do a good job.
I know that
he's
too.
He's going to do it in Superman. He's going to do it.
You know what?
Do it.
But I just can't get over. I can't get over him saying on
else.
Inside You podcast that he said Flash is the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen.
He has to do that though.
No, but then
he has to. He's the head of DC.
He has to say that, and he has to deliver, Brandon.
Dang it! Don't say that.
Oh no, I wanna believe, but it's like you do that. I'm not upset about the costume design. It's just like the promotional stuff.
Yes.
The 360 POV, third person view shot of Superman flying on the barrel roll.
Look, his eyes look like they're spread apart.
I wasn't even thinking about the visuals. I'm thinking about, do I like this
stylistic
choice?
Yes. Yeah.
Of how to film.
It'll never be Man of Steel, but you know. I'm just kidding.
No, I actually do. I'm like gonna say like you either need to beat First Flight.
Oh yeah.
Or you need to not try.
Not try. I almost lean towards not try. Do something original. Do something fun.
But that means no flying. No, I need some cool flying.
First Flight. I think you can do something flying wise where it's really well done.
Yeah.
But not try to don't pound the ground and then you know what I mean.
No, don't do that. I agree, but I just don't know if I'm down with that choice. I have to see it in the context of the movie. Maybe it works really well, but I don't know that I love that. Yeah. Also, I'm not going to claim this, but I heard a great point that was like, this shot would have been so much better had he looked like he was enjoying flying.
True. He looks very.
And I was like,
plain.
that is such a good point. Yeah. Part of that First Flight enjoyment is Henry
discovering it for the first time.
Yeah, Cavill laughing.
Yeah.
And smiling so big. Yeah. That's part of the fun of that.
It is, yeah.
And so
I think we'll get some moments of that.
Because you have to see it in the context, and I get that, but it's like, why were you showing me that out of context?
True, yeah. Because it could be like this intense action sequence, but out of context, you're right. It doesn't feel like Superman's loving what he's doing. It just feels kind of like this is just kind of flat. And
I think if that shot had been like he had a huge smile on his face and he was a little like loosey goosey,
you would have been like, oh,
I would have felt into like this
good.
Like holy,
yes,
like, oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
Interesting choice.
But I'm not there yet. Yeah, we'll see. Please be playing your cards close to your chest. Please.
I think he is.
I have every ounce of faith in you. Just don't make me eat those words. Okay, so we're going to get off Super Bowl trailers real quick. Yeah. You reminded me of a great topic. I do want to talk about this very badly. The Last of Us Season 2.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
It's coming out this year.
Have you played?
So I know what happens, yes.
Are you not so scared?
I'm terrified.
Dude, they can't do that. They cannot.
I don't know how.
We shouldn't talk about it because I imagine most people watch the show haven't played the game.
I don't want to spoil anything, but things happen in the games that I don't know.
That were like universally hated.
Yes.
Decisions universally across the fan base.
World-shattering.
Hated it. Did not like these decisions.
But Season 1 is very faithfully adapted to the first game. Now, obviously, there's some things that they've added in there, like I think it's like episode 3 when they stay with like Nick Offerman's character.
Yeah.
Or like there's some addition things, some adjustments, but it's pretty faithful.
It's very chapter to chapter.
Yeah.
Of the game.
But with the events in the games, I don't know how they do that. Because if they do, it really affects, I think, the people who don't know the games. I don't think they're going to like it either. And I think you're really going to hurt the show. But I don't know how you get away from it. I don't know if there's.
So I have this pitch.
Like
this was my pitch.
Not spoiling it's hard.
Okay, so this is not a big spoiler. In the games, you play some flashback missions.
Yes.
With Ellie and Joel.
Yes.
Do a season of that.
Yeah.
Make that a season.
Yeah.
Because we got a serious gap. There's a serious time gap between the two games. I don't know if they're doing it in the show.
They are.
Are they really?
This may be getting into spoilers, but they have cast actors older to kind of equate for the time gap.
Who would they be casting older?
Ellie.
They're not changing her actor.
They is it Ellie or Oh no, you're right. It's not Ellie. There's Abby's one of them.
Abby's not in the first season.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not they're casting older actors. Maybe they're just casting actors for season 2. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Because you're right. They wouldn't recast Ellie, I don't think.
I don't know.
I'd have to look it up again and just see.
I think it's been long enough to where people would naturally age in.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm sure there'll be some time yet, but there's some like really tender moments in the second game between Joel and Ellie in flashbacks, and in the start of the second game, they have a more of like you start a rocky relationship.
Yes.
So I think it'd be very interesting to explore that as a season, and then do the because like here's the thing, I don't think this part 2 is what it's called. Last of Us Part 2 game story is necessarily bad.
Yes.
I just think when you wait 11 years for a sequel, and that's the sequel,
that's it. Yeah.
It's like, well, dude, that's not what people wanted.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe if there was a game in between.
Yeah.
But golly, if you think you only sat with some of these characters for a season, I mean, golly.
Yeah.
Some of the strongest, best favorite characters across any sort of content.
Beloved, yeah.
Beloved. And so I don't
know how they're
I'm shocked. Like when I saw they casted Abby, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, yeah.
They're doing it. They're just going to do it. Why not?
They might. It wouldn't surprise me if they do.
If they change it, immediately 10 out of 10. I'm giving it an immediate win.
Only thing I can see is maybe if they don't want to change it, maybe they extend it. You do season 2.
That's what I mean.
And then maybe in a season 3, some of these bigger moments in the story happen. And then you've sat with the characters for quite a while, for 2 seasons, maybe partially into season 3. And then, moments happen, things shift, time gap, whatever. And then you kind of feel like, okay, this feels a little more justified to do the time gap and do these things.
A lot of 2 has flashbacks with Abby and Ellie and Joel. So
it could do that.
So you could
do a lot of episodes in the flashbacks.
But I've seen that they're doing a lot of these mainstream. Yeah. Like I for example, the first mission, which has a huge event.
Yes.
You see the stills. You see the stills for it. So that
I don't know.
I think they're doing it. And that's some balls you got.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, if it
I can't spoil it, but
pissed off gamers.
Oh, it's gonna.
What do you think is gonna piss off the average TV show goer?
Who fell in love with season 1.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make people mad. I was talking to someone about this, and he was like, "I'm so excited," and I'm like,
"Ooh, you better be careful."
He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm so sorry."
Yes. I can't tell you why, but I'm sorry.
and I'm trying. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
There's a decision to humanize a certain character that just should not be a thing, and it is not. I don't think it works.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I think you're so jaded that you don't care.
Yes. Yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
And so that's how you want to hear funny? This is a funny take. I could not finish the game. My brother, Caden, had to come and play the game, and I was so mad.
That's crazy.
I was so angry because I was starting it.
Yeah.
I was like, Caden, just come play it. I'll just watch you play it. I'm so angry right now.
That's
We're
insane.
both so mad.
And I think you're with a lot of other people.
It's the first also sex scene I've seen in a video game, which I did not appreciate at all. Weird.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Weird. And it was memed for so long because it was so weird.
Yeah. That's wild. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, it's hard not to be excited because of how much I love season 1, just from I love the show standpoint. But if they do
seeing the stills has just
it may ruin it for me.
In constant a state of anxiety.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because I'm like,
gosh, I don't know.
Look, I don't need to see it again. If it's gonna be the same, I'd rather just remember those events than have to relive them. But who knows, man?
What a good season 1, though.
Oh my gosh,
top tier. Maybe we just leave it there.
Yeah, maybe we leave it behind.
You know what? We don't review season 2.
No.
We just keep it there and
okay. I will lose my mind. We could do first episode of Last of Us, and I'll just lose it.
Yes.
On there. I'll be so angry.
We'll see.
All right.
That is a good one to talk about, though, because we have that coming out this year, and I am very curious where that's going to go. Man. We talked trailers.
Yep.
Last of Us. Yeah, I think that's about all the trailers.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked about... We can give just quick... We don't have to... I don't think it's worth getting into the trailers for Jurassic World real quick.
Yeah, we can talk about that, but I've got one that I want to talk about, too. A trailer. I don't know if you've seen it.
Here, you would do 2 cents on Jurassic World, get to your thing?
Let's do that, yeah.
Okay, so, I don't care. They want to do another one? Cool.
It's fine.
I don't care. I don't...
They're going to make another $1 billion probably, like they have been.
I'll go to the music... I'll go to the theater just to hear the music. At that point, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I will say, though... The one thing I took out of the trailers is I really like the cast. I like Scarlett Johansson kind of as a lead. Yeah. We know from Marvel movies and from other things she's done, she can carry it very well. She's a great actress. Mahershala Ali is an interesting choice to add into it too. The thing I took out of it, though, was it feels a little bit more isolated. And I think if they really lean into that, kind of you've got an isolated group going into the island, lean into some of what we love about the originals, I think it could be really good because the first 3 Jurassic Worlds are a little more epic in scale, if that makes sense, right? You know, you've got the park, you've got...
Are you talking about the...
World.
Oh, World. You did say World.
Yeah.
That's on me. Never mind.
You've got, a lot of pieces going on. Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, the Raptors, the park is open. It's a little bit more spectacle, whereas this feels a little bit more... The island is barren. You've just got the dinosaurs, and they're kind of going in, almost kind of like infiltrating the island. So if they can really hone in on the isolated aspect of it, I think it could be really interesting. Maybe people are getting picked off or something like that. I'm interested to see if they lean into that. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. But that's the part that I feel like could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I think I'll go see it. I've seen all of them.
When I said I don't care, it's like... As in, I just don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't,
I don't hate them, so
what?
I'd like to see another one. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get my popcorn and watch this movie.
Yeah, I'll go watch people get murked by dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Why is that not it's not a movie made for, let's just pick this apart.
No, it's a popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's
the ultimate popcorn flick.
Yeah, people breaking down the trailers, I'm kind of, not that, there's a market for that. I believe that. It's just why? I mean,
I don't
it's
know if
not
this is a
what
franchise
it's there.
to really...
Yeah, it's not... It's fun. I agree. It's fun to see the old Jeep.
Yes. See the old Jeep. The theme song kicks in.
Fun, good time.
New dinosaur, genetically modified.
And you learned an important lesson that was if you're ever in a dire situation, you find a 50-year-old Jeep. All you got to do is change the battery. Pretty dope. And we all know Jeeps are known to be reliable. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So let's go to your thing.
Have you seen the trailer for Friendship?
Oh my gosh. I have. You sent it to me, thankfully.
I did. Yeah, I didn't know if you watched it, but yes. The new A24 movie. Have you... Okay, let me ask you this as well. Tim Robbins, the lead, have you seen...
Don't you ask me this. Of course I've seen it. Okay, I think you should.
Good. Okay. What
Absolutely
a fun show.
Amazing. Just so amazing.
Going into this trailer, I was like, what in the world is this movie?
Yeah.
Is it a comedy? Is it drama? I don't know. I was extremely perplexed by this. What did you think of it?
I think had this trailer come out a month ago, I'd have this at my 2 spot in most anticipated for 2025, dude.
I had no idea.
This looks like so much freaking fun, dude. This looks like so much fun. I am so excited for this. Tim Robinson is amazing. A treasure. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Tim Robbins.
We like him. He's funny. He's hilarious. He looks like he is doing exactly what we love him to do, which is just get angry and just yell. Dude, the line in the trailer where he's like, you don't do that. You get a second try. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I love that they leaned into this weirdly serious tone, but the moments are kind of funny because of him and how he's playing it. I think it's going to be really, really funny. Oh, yeah. It just seems so unique to me. Like, it wasn't what I expected. As soon as I saw Tim Robbins, I thought, oh, comedy. Yeah. I'm here. But the tone was so different than I expected. But I was like, dude, this is going to be so good.
It looks awesome.
A dark comedy, basically.
It looks so good.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so good. A24 delivers some bangers. When they do it right, they deliver some bangers.
They don't miss very often.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I got a question for you. I know you're a big A24 guy. I am not. I would say I'm not an A24 guy. I think you're just a more of like A24 movie, need to see it in theaters sort of guy.
Definitely.
And I'm more skeptical. I kind of want to look at it a little bit harder. Like I saw.
They take some big swings.
Yeah, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once kind of on a whim. Like it wasn't like I need to see it. It was kind of like, oh, this is out. Let's go see it. So
to be fair, I did too. Like, I didn't know about that movie. I saw a trailer like a week before it came out, and me and Archie went to see it, and we were blown away. Like, we thought this is the movie. It was my number one movie of that year.
Yeah.
If I was putting a list. And we were pleasantly surprised by it too. I had watched some A24 movies and really liked it, but we were just like, this looks bonkers, looks fun, let's just go see it, and we're blown away. So I was with it. It kind of crept up on me too, and I have watched quite a few A24 movies and really enjoy A24.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on, I think, so I mean, I'm sure we agree. I think it's kind of evident, but I mean, A24 is without a doubt paving this path for indie movies.
Oh, definitely.
To come out and people to see them. And be excited about them.
Yeah, because you're getting films like Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think about recently, like we saw The Iron Claw together and loved it.
And you know, I think Friendship is the perfect A24 movie.
I think you're right.
I think that's the perfect movie.
It leads into what I was going to say, because I'm thinking you're getting these low budget, really well written, good opportunities for up-and-coming writers to do something original and something great with low budget, and then it hits the movie theater like in Everything Everywhere All at Once and crushes at the box office. So it does start to kind of pave the way for these indie directors, indie writers to go.
Or YouTubers.
Yes. Maybe in the future. That'd be great.
Well, no, I meant...
I thought you meant us. Hey, you never know, dude.
Hey, A24, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Well, no, the Hold My Hand movie they did, the horror movie, that was YouTubers.
Yes.
That was YouTubers who did that movie.
Yeah, you're right.
They produced it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And I think it does just give opportunities, because A24 is going, these movies are doing well. Let's hear a pitch.
Yeah. From
a YouTube creator or this indie writer. Like, let's hear a pitch. It's original. I'll give you $10 million to make it and, you know, give you the backing. And then I think with films like Everything Everywhere All at Once, that was the shock. It got buzz on like TikTok. It was going viral. Everybody then started to go to the theaters to see it. It puts A24 on the map. Then people are going, okay, if this film is kind of like that, you know, the Everything Everywhere All at Once movie I saw, maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
And then indie directors are getting some recognition, which is really cool. So I love it. I think it's sick, honestly.
You know, Kevin Feige smacked some heads when some random director writer produced a better multiverse movie than they had.
True. The best multiverse movie I've seen, man, I'll say it, dude, over Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I thought you were gonna go directly to goated only poster on the wall, and I'm like, all right, we're done.
We're done.
No way. You can't compare these two.
No, I can't.
Like, I'm not saying they're like you cannot. It doesn't reach. I'm just saying they're just so different.
It's very different. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So, man.
But no, that was the best multiverse movie of the year.
It's actually, it actually should be called Multiverse of Madness
because it is crazy.
It actually does earn that title.
They go to a lot of dimensions.
There you go. I'm bringing that up. Oh, that's what earns that title.
I can't really say anything because they came out the same year.
That's so tough.
They came out the same year, and I remember people going, gosh, it was better than Multiverse of Madness. And I was like, you're right. Dude. It's a good point. And then it won how many Oscars?
It was crazier,
so many?
Better, and didn't do any nostalgia baiting.
I can't deny that. I like Multiverse of Madness, and I can't deny that. So
that is tough.
That is
talk
really
about
tough.
A kick to the crotch.
You're so right.
You know, Kevin Feige was like, "What the crap is this?
What are we doing?
No one thought to buy this script."
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, what a good movie.
kind of riffing off that, like I think it is A24 is doing this amazing thing. It's like repaving the way for these new stories and interesting, intricate stories. Because we talked about this in our when we hit on superhero fatigue, and that we don't necessarily believe in superhero fatigue, but we do believe in Marvel success fatigue, where Marvel's so successful, everything's emulating them.
Yes, exactly.
Everything, any comedy, any action movie is like trying to
becoming Marvel,
pull on the Marvel formula. Yeah. And then A24 comes out and they're just like,
nope.
here's a multiverse movie that's funny, but has amazing action sequences and absolutely just wrecks you at home.
Oh, yeah.
And just
delivers on all fronts. Yeah. But it's completely original. Feels original. They do crazy things that you would not have seen, coming at all.
Gosh. I mean, just getting penetrated by a trophy, that's
hot dog fingers and the
I can't believe you actually said something after finishing. I can't believe you're like, it gets crazier. Hot dog fingers. But like so emotional, so good.
But it is really emotional.
It's such a great movie.
Yeah. And it puts A24 really on the map.
Yeah.
I definitely hail that as the film. A lot of like people who love film were starting to get onto A24. Oh, these are some good movies. This was the one where I think the mass audience goes, oh, A24, that's a studio I recognize. Let's pay attention to it. And it does give.
It deserves being called a film.
Yeah.
Some movies should just be movies.
Mm-hmm. That's a film.
Fall Guy's a movie.
That's cinema. That's cinema.
That should be the ranking system.
It should be.
Cinema, film, it's a movie.
Just a movie. That's true. I'm sure we could think of a couple lower ones too.
Yeah. Straight to streaming.
Netflix equivalent.
Randomly on Redbox.
Yes. Wouldn't rent on Redbox.
Self-produced on Prime.
That's a good one. That might be our ranking system. We just came up with it.
Yes, we did.
That's great.
Oh, man.
That's awesome. A24, though, is on the map. They're doing some really cool stuff.
So good.
Do some cool stuff this year, too. Friendship, Warfare.
We
really
just watched a
excited for
trailer for
Warfare.
that.
Yeah.
You've seen it. I haven't. Oh, my gosh. That looks good.
It looks really good. I think it's going to be very interesting because we noticed on that trailer they said like live time or what? I don't remember.
Yeah, live event.
Real time.
Yeah,
in real time.
Yeah. I mean, which just sounds like to me when you're in a war zone, just 2 hours of
just you're sitting
tight
with these
butthole,
characters.
like tense.
Yes. You can call it that.
Dude, there's a movie. I shouldn't bring it up. There's a movie. Let me find it real quick. But it's got Orlando Bloom in it, and
The Outpost.
Oh my gosh. Talk about slept on. Never even heard anyone talk about it. And I watched it.
I'm with you on that.
I'm talking like I sat there in front of my uncle who's a Green Beret and was like, I get it. I understand now.
I feel your pain. I too have been through war.
But it does such a good job of just creating this hopeless, like,
you're right. You're
stressful.
Trapped. Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like it just kills it. Like it makes it seem so. That movie is so intense.
It is, yeah.
It's so intense. It feels.
It is really intense.
It made like I hate to see it made me like. I mean, for real, if you want, like, that's the most. I mean, Lone Survivor does a good job too.
Yeah.
But like, how hopeless that situation felt. And how I'm like that
being
car
trapped in the valley.
The car door you're about to be going through is being lit up 24/7, and you're about to go through it. Dude, and it is not. It has been lit up, not in breaks, just constantly shot at, constantly, and you're about to go out that door.
Because like one of the guys is like injured, and you're like, we've got to get him out. Like we have to.
Yeah, I know. I have PTSD.
Christian's been through therapy after watching this movie.
It did, dude. It stressed me out, man.
It did stress me out.
I watched it at 2 a.m. and actually had to like follow it with a chaser. Like, all right, Claudia with a chance of meatballs. Yes. Here we go. Like,
I need to decompress a little bit.
Dude, holy cow.
I get it.
But it
now.
feels like that.
That's all. I'm so with you though.
Yeah.
That is a slept on movie
Yeah.
that I feel like nobody I know has ever talked about. Gosh, that's a good one. I'm a sucker for a good war movie. Like I probably like some bad war movies.
Yeah, The Covenant.
I don't really like The Covenant that much.
I know, I don't like it either.
Did you see Land of Bad?
Yeah, I didn't like that as much as other people.
I kind of liked it. I won't say it's the greatest movie of all time, but it had enough moments in it. I was like, that's kind of cool. I kind of like.
I think I got sold on it wrong because someone was like, "Have you seen Land of Bad?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "It's incredible," and I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it." And I was kind of like,
Russell Crowe's like fat and funny though. Like great film.
"Yeah, I haven't seen it. It didn't take up enough of my like brain to like give an opinion other than I was like, yeah, it's fun. I recommended it to my brother.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's got good stuff. It's just tough when you have like, in my opinion, something like Terminal List that
I didn't watch Terminal List with Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
didn't watch that one. Good?
What?
Is it good?
Yes.
Really?
It's incredible.
I don't feel like I heard enough. Like I didn't hear it was bad.
Brandon,
maybe I missed the train.
It's amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
Is this just like a sci-fi action thriller, right?
No, you're thinking of something different.
I'm thinking of Tomorrow Day.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I never watched The Terminal List.
Oh.
I did hear really good things about it though. I think you might have said something about it at that point.
I read the book.
I'll have to watch it,
I read the book.
I'll have to watch it.
It's Chris Pratt. It's tough. You have Star-Lord up there, and you have Andy from Parks and Rec. It's one of Chris Pratt's best performances he's ever given.
Really?
Hands down.
Interesting.
Hands down. It's my favorite thing Chris Pratt's ever done. I'll say that.
Over Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not far. Guardians is not far. I'm just telling you. You're going to watch this and go, oh my word. This guy built a career out of being a comedian.
That's crazy.
I'll
have to check it out.
And there's a cool little side piece for it, which was the guy who wrote the book is a Navy SEAL.
Oh, okay.
So so 3 SEALs, Navy SEAls worked on it. Everything went through a smell test. It is hyper realistic. It is hyper analyzed, got everything down as close as they could bear it. You know, it's still a show and there's got to be some leniency there. But it's the most realistic Overlord Survivor.
So here for it.
Realistic gunfighting, realistic like gun handling. Over John Wick's a little ridiculous, but it's like But it's incredible. And the guy who wrote the book, Jack Carr, I think is the guy who wrote the book. He saw Chris Pratt in Zero Dark 30 and said, that's the guy. That's James Reese. He's in Zero Dark 30. He's one of the Navy SEALs.
Oh, you're right. Right. I'm thinking of what is the one with Benghazi? 13 Hours.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yes, that's good too.
Good one too.
This is like you're gonna watch. In my opinion, I might be overhyped. I'm not overhyping it. I can't. I'm telling you, I can't overhype it. It's that good. It's gonna be your favorite Like
I'm gonna watch.
It's incredible.
I'm gonna watch that this weekend.
It's amazing.
Because that's a Prime Video. Movie.
Yeah.
Like it didn't go to theaters.
No, it's a show.
Oh, it's a show. That's right. That's a show. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Dang. I'll have to check it out.
Hands down.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Just amazing.
I'm always down for something like that.
The guy who wrote the book saw Chris Pratt and said, that's the guy I want to do it. And if Chris Pratt, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but from what I understand, because he was on Joe Rogan, he said if Chris Pratt doesn't want to do it, then
I'm not
I don't know
what
to
do.
Movie. Yeah, something like that. He got Chris Pratt on board. They handle it with such care.
Wow.
It's handled with just just the most.
I'm down for gritty realism.
It's awesome. It's
That's
so
cool.
in the story, you're gonna there's some twists and turns in the story. Don't watch a trailer. I'm gonna tell you if you don't know what it's about, just go into it. Go into it because you're gonna be in for a treat, dude.
That's cool. I'm always down for.
Oh my gosh,
that.
it's incredible.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. I'll have to check that out. Interesting. Love me some Chris Pratt.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Warfare is what we were talking about. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be something similar, kind of gritty, kind of realistic. But I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
No context. I'm going to shout out some names. I need you to pick a name. Okay. Alex, Carolina, Dina, Juliana, Latia, Natalie, Parisa, Rose, Serafina, and Zoe. Just pick one.
Serafina.
Sweet. You are officially locking in your Bachelor prediction for this season.
Are we gonna do a live weekly reaction show?
Please?
I'm down.
That would be so funny.
That would be really funny.
And we just rip it apart.
Did you watch the one with
here's
Joey?
The thing.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being dead serious.
I love Joey.
I love Joey so much.
Joey, I want to marry Joey.
You want to marry Joey?
I thought Joey was great. Love that season.
Yeah,
he's
good.
so happy.
Do you
with
watch The Bachelor?
Yeah, I watched the whole Joey season.
That's dope.
I do.
I do too.
Audrey got me into it.
Yeah, same here.
I was kind of like, nah, whatever. Like I was never like a hater because like I watched some reality TV. Like I watched like Survivor growing up, and I love that kind of stuff. And she was like, okay, but just have fun with it. Just watch it. I just pulled it apart, and it's so much fun.
Oh, that's my favorite part is just
so much
nitpick
fun.
the heck out of it, dude. This was Kurt's. This is how I got this idea. I'm like, I'm gonna bring this up because maybe me and Brandon could talk about this because I was watching it and the current guy, he's like, the girl's like, so what? Tell me about yourself. She goes, I'm just like so tired of dating, and the Bachelor goes, me too. I'm like, how can you say that when you just signed up for a show to date 30 women at a time? Like,
that's crazy.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. That Seraphina is your lock there. I've got it locked in.
Seraphina.
I'll let you know if she gets voted off.
Yeah, please do. Now I got to catch up and see who I locked in. Do I like her? Do I not?
I think you actually picked a solid one. No, you didn't. No, you didn't pick a good.
Last year I definitely had a couple favorites.
You didn't pick a good pick.
Dang it.
It's okay. It's out of context. You're all right. All right, so now we're moving on to it's a fun little game. Here we go. So I'm going to name out 5 restaurants. I'm going to try and keep it fast food chains. I might venture out of there based on like what you're giving me, and I might try and stretch you a little bit. But I'm trying to keep it fast food. And I want you to basically, so 5 restaurants, fast food restaurants. All right. I'm rephasing it for the clip. 5 restaurants, and you're going to equate 5 movies to the restaurants that I give you.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm ready.
All right. Take as much time as you need, but you have a minute.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. First one is so easy. It's McDonald's. Give me McDonald's.
McDonald's is pretty crappy, but I like McDonald's.
I was going to say, I was like, oh, do we need to go get some fries right now?
Oh, McDonald's.
They have good ice cream too.
You know, a movie comes to mind. I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, those are the best ones.
Did you see the World of Warcraft movie?
Yes, that's a good movie.
It's not good at all.
It's so fun.
But I love it so much.
It's
so fun. It's a movie that since it came out, every once in a while I'm like, why not? Let's watch it.
Yeah,
I just have some fun.
I watched it this
Let
year.
me just go get a little freaking burger from
I'm at a point now.
I try to equate it.
I'm at a point now where I'm like, I can't sit through movies I don't like.
Yes.
So if I like sit through a movie that's bad, I've enjoyed it on some level, and Warcraft was that.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people hate.
I watched
that
it this
movie,
year,
though.
Sorry, 2024. But within a year.
A lot of people think that movie's awful.
It looks good.
It does look really good. And
Except for stuff with the humans, but the orcs look great.
The orc stuff is awesome. The moments like there's some big story like inconsistencies, but
I didn't think about it that much, I guess.
But it's so fun.
So I had a pick for this.
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned that because I do think it's good. I had Pacific Rim.
Oh no!
Because I think it's like the worst best movie.
Dude, a lot of people I think have come around on that movie. I've seen so many clips of people being like, "No, dude, Pacific Rim is amazing."
I think it's amazing, but I recognize like it's like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't think so. Here's the thing: my McDonald's I think is a little bit higher than you. Like, it's got it would be like overhated. I think McDonald's is like talked about very harshly, and no one ever thinks like, hey, but like. Yeah. Fresh, hot fries?
Yes, yeah. I was one of the people with Pacific Rim that I just could kind of care less.
Really?
Yeah. It was a fun watch. I watched it like on TV. I didn't see it in theaters. And I watched it like on like FX one night. And I was like, that's a fun watch. Okay.
It's another Charlie Hunnam movie.
Yeah, it is. That's
why I like it.
I'm sure you do.
It's the worst best movie. Like it's
I watched the next one
it's
too.
It's like
with John Boyega.
That's so rough, dude. That I couldn't even get through that.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
The first one though, it's like
fun. It's a fun
kaiju great
movie.
No, but is it freaking awesome?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Is it cinema? No. Is it a film? No.
No. Is it a movie?
It's a movie.
I'd say it's a movie.
It's a movie. But guess what? It's as hype as cinnamon, bro. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Dude, when he's carrying the boat and he like hits the enemy with the boat, and he's just like, they're like walking through carrying it.
Yes.
It's so sick.
That's just goofy.
It's just
I love
goofy
it,
and
though.
fun, man. It's kind of like up there with like, God, I'd put Godzilla up there as well.
Like, I have some of the last couple, I won't really give it, but I've had fun with some of those Godzilla movies. You know, if you turn your brain off and you're just eating popcorn,
And that's what,
it's
hey,
fine.
you know what McDonald's is? Turn your brain off and just freaking
Just
enjoy
eat
it.
a good quarter
Don't
pounder
think
of
about all the
cheese.
seed oils you're ingesting.
That's true.
Yeah, don't
Pretty
think about
awful
it.
for you. McDonald's, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
Hit me with another
Hit
fast
you know what? All right, we're going antithesis here. Chick-fil-A. Give me your Chick-fil-A pick.
Ooh. Does it have to be a Christian movie?
Oh, but I have a great. You just made me think of a great one
I
for
love
that.
Chick-fil-A. Hacksaw Ridge.
That's mine. Yes, I
Yes.
just thought about it.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
That's a great. That's a
It
great.
just happens
pick.
to be Christian, but I love me
happens
some
to be Christian.
Chick-fil-A.
People got their guts hanging out, but
True. Quite violent.
but it's solid, man.
It's a solid meal.
It's so
solid
good.
movie. You know, Hacksaw Ridge is a really good movie.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a great movie. If I'm trying to like
You
equate
think
it
it's
to
cinema, or you just think it's film? I would say film.
I think it's film.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's what I was going to lean into. I was like, if I'm looking at like what I would think is cinema, I don't know if I would put it there. It's not going to be my top 10, but it's a really great movie. Yeah, I'd give Hacksaw Ridge to Chick-fil-A.
Sweet. Chick-fil-A. So we got number 3, Burger King. Burger King. Maybe you're a Burger King lover. I don't know.
Burger King is awful. Is just trash. Just trash. Now I gotta think of just an absolute trash movie that I've seen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I can't stand Burger King. What is a movie that I just absolutely despise?
I can give you a
tough.
hint. Maybe it'll. This is what I would choose.
Go ahead.
Fan stick.
That's a pretty bad movie. Oh, that's pretty awful. Oh, I've got it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I've got it. This is this is an easy pick. No surprise.
Multiverse of Madness.
Shut up.
Don't use it.
Okay. This was in my top 10 to last year. Morbius. Morbius is awful. And I sat through every minute of that movie till the credits, and it's awful. Sony just took a dump, a steamy dump, and delivered it to us and said, Jared Leto,
Is there
this
nothing
is good.
redeemable? I haven't seen it. Is at least like the CGI good, or
No.
it's still bad?
There are some moments that are good, but there's some moments that are awful. Awful. Like,
Yeah, I don't get with that.
it's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I can't think of a movie in recent years that was that bad.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple other Sony movies that would probably be close, but yeah, I'd have to go Morbius.
Okay, sweet.
I hated it. I don't ever want to watch it again.
Sweet.
Ever. Burger King.
All right. So I like this idea. I'm going to ask it to you because when I told you about this segment, give me Taco Bell. Which is like you kind of have to be in a certain mood, correct? Like for it.
Yeah.
And that's
Probably going to regret it a little bit later, but it's a great time.
Yeah, in the moment.
I love me some Taco Bell in the moment. I think it's almost towards like a comedy.
Like a
good time.
like an Adam Sandler comedy.
Like an Adam Sandler. Yes.
Yeah.
You're thinking where I'm thinking. Which one, though, would I pick is the question.
Grown Ups 2.
Grown Ups 1.
Or 1? You don't think Grown Ups 1's like a little deserving? I'm not saying, I'm just saying like.
Of being better.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with Grown Ups 1 still.
Okay.
It's so fun. But sometimes I come out of it and I'm like, man.
Really? I feel that way about 2.
Yeah.
I think moments in 2 are like really funny.
And some of the two moments are also not so great.
Yeah.
This is a little off topic, but have you ever seen Jack and Jill?
Yeah. That's a Burger
That's a
King
Burger
movie,
King level
dude.
film.
That's a Burger King.
Yeah, when I think Taco Bell, I think comedy, maybe like an Adam Sandler comedy, maybe like a. I don't want to say Nacho Libre because I love Nacho Libre.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I can't say I would regret it at all. I love some Nacho Libre. I'd give it a good Adam Sandler movie, The Waterboy, Longest Yard. That's a good one. I'd probably say something like that.
You didn't mention Happy Gilmore.
But I love Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I don't
you
ever
were
feel
putting
bad
all those,
about like watching Happy Gilmore. Sometimes I come out of Grown Ups too, and I'm like, this is stupid, but it's so fun. It's so fun.
I would do either Zookeeper. Like I think Zookeeper's like pretty terrible.
Here comes
but
the
it's
boom.
Here. Oh no, that was good. That was so fun,
It's
dude.
fun. It's
that
really
was
fun.
so funny. Throws.
Dude, that's so good.
He's like knocks the guy out. It's like the ultimate like just screw you. In the moment,
Oh
dude,
my gosh.
when he lifts the guy and drops him.
It's so satisfying.
Here comes the boom is great.
Oh, what a good one.
Oh
My
man.
gosh. Henry Winkler as the music teacher. What a classic.
Okay, you got one more.
All right.
I really wanted to ask you In-N-Out, but you haven't had In-N-Out.
I've never had In-N-Out. I wouldn't know.
Would you know enough based off what you hear? So let's put it like this: based off what you hear, how would you answer? And I'll give.
Everybody from California loves it. If you're not from California, most people go, I think that's okay. Like it's a good burger, but way overhyped.
I think you have the right opinion for how I wanted to pose this, but you haven't tried it, so maybe we don't ask it. Let's go and not ask.
Go something I'm familiar with.
Okay,
maybe.
sweet. So let's go Whataburger.
Oh, Whataburger is my second favorite fast food restaurant ever.
After what?
Panda Express. So this is going to be like, I love this movie. This is amazing.
Yeah, but I think you got to think a little bit outside this because I think Whataburger is the In-N-Out of the South.
Really?
Yes, that's my opinion. Because I think Whataburger's good, but I think other chains do it better. But I think because it's a Southern thing, it's so when I have these In-N-Out conversations, everyone points at Whataburger like I'm just this diehard Whataburger fan.
Yeah.
And like I agree that it's good, but I like it. But I think I like it because it hits home a little bit. Like I think I'm willing to admit there's some nostalgia there.
Yeah. I think I have a perfect Whataburger movie.
Sweet.
So I think you're right. And here's my thought process. I love Whataburger. I love like one meal there. I get it every time.
Yeah, there you go.
It feels like something that I just kind of love.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking a movie that I love that like maybe not everybody likes. Maybe a lot of people do kind of like it. This might be a curveball. The first Transformers movie.
That's such a good pick.
Dude,
that's such a good
love the first Transformers movie. It's so fun.
You thought of that so quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. That's such a good choice. I agree with that.
A lot of people hate on it.
It's the perfect amount of good, perfect amount of like maybe not great, but campy.
But
like,
campy, yes. Yeah. To where I love that one. Beyond it, it falls apart. But that one I hold so true, and I will die on the hill that I love that movie.
I think the third one's good too.
It's so fun. Oh, that's interesting. Third one's not terrible.
When Shai is kicking the car, he's just like, yes.
And then the guy comes up behind him, and he's just like,
he's just the way it's cut. The way they cut. He's like, shh.
He's just like, just beating the crap out of freaking the car.
I think it's great.
There's some funny moments. 2 is awful, but there's some funny moments.
No, I think we're gonna get into another thing.
I don't want to talk. I could go into that.
I could go real quick. I think 2 is fine. I think the stuff at the university is really, really funny.
2 is so bad.
You don't think the stuff at the university is funny?
No, I don't think it's funny.
It's in my head. It's on the. Dude, you don't think that's funny? Really?
When I first watched it as a kid, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. as I got older, though, I love 1. I think 2 is the humor does not land for me like it did when I was younger. I just think it just doesn't work. The stuff with the girl, like shoving a robot tongue into his, like,
yeah, it's weird.
All of that, the scenes where he's like partying, like it just doesn't work for me at all. It almost just feels really out of place coming out of the first one. And
I don't have this opinion at all. Like,
I just
you're
don't
not
think it
swaying me.
works.
Like, I can't even think like.
It just doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't.
But
work
it's like
for
our
most
tastes are
people,
kind of
though.
similar. Like
People hate that movie, dude. They think it's awful.
It shocked
and
me.
I'm
I
with
thought
it.
Dark World was the hated one, or not Dark Moon, or whatever
I think
it's called.
most people think, from my opinion, it's a lot of people have come back around to 1. 2's hated. 3's okay. Mark Wahlberg movies, garbage, trash, awful. Bumblebee's all right. I'm trying to think of the last one. Wasn't there another
The
one?
Beast, yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, fine. But most people
They
don't
combined
like the
G.I.
Mark Wahlberg
Joe
movies.
and Transformers, which is interesting.
Yeah, so they're gonna do that in the future. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
You know, I got totally. So before I should really learn what that's called. Is it beasts? It's something beasts or animals or.
oh my gosh, yeah, I should know this. I'm a Transformer kid. Not Beast Bots. What is it? Yeah, something beasts.
It's not even coming up.
Man, I can't remember.
Beast Wars.
Beast
Rise of the
Rise of the Beast.
Okay.
Yeah, Rise of the Beast.
Beast
yeah,
Wars is the animated.
Animated, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was a reveal that there was a big in credit thing
Yes.
that happened, which is the G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe
thing. Spoiler
scene,
review, I guess. Sorry, my bad.
I don't think they really care.
Someone had stitched. So it looked so good. So you know how you get those people who like before on the internet. So Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, when he showed up in No Way Home,
Yeah.
people like you would see it on YouTube,
Yes.
like where people filmed it in the theater. So someone had filmed it like it looked like that was happening, right? Okay, and so it was Dom Toretto working on his car and Optimus Prime rolled up, and I was literally like, "This is a great move. This is such
Fast and the
this
Furious.
is such a good move."
Oh my God.
Like I was like, "What a perfect way just to equate how freaking stupid Fast and Furious is now
That's so true.
and make it It's so like they're driving
yeah.
Transformers would be sick."
That would be. I don't know.
No,
you don't like those movies, do you?
No, they're
Good.
like worst best movies. I don't know. Like they're fun. Turn your brain off. Enjoy some cool racing. They're totally ridiculous and stupid. I think everything up to Paul Walker is kind of fine. Everything after Paul Walker is kind of ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah.
I think
That would have been crazy. Though.
I do.
Dom Toretto
I would have been here
driving,
for it.
like-
Dude, I would have been so here for it. Two completely just polarizing franchises
Bring 'em
just coming
together.
together. I would have been like, let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's freaking see, dude.
That's so funny.
It would have been. That would
have been insane.
I thought that's what happened, and I was so excited, and then I had to
Yeah,
get in the comments and be like, "This is fake."
This is fake.
Okay, I was like relieved,
This is probably better.
but I was like, "Dude, that's crazy." I think there would have been some hype about that. No one would have seen
Maybe.
that coming.
Yeah.
People would have been hyped because it's just out of left
crazy
field.
bonkers. Yeah.
No, I think Fallen's fine.
Man.
I think the stuff in the college is funny. Like when he's like freaking out and like goes up and starts writing the board and he's like, boom.
Yeah.
And like they're like,
With Dwight as the teacher.
I think it's funny. I think
It's-
the last sequence is kind of meh.
Yeah.
But I think that's funny. The stuff in the dorm where
There's
he's
some
just like
awful
writing on the
jokes.
walls everywhere.
Freaking cultural appropriation, dude.
Oh, the racist twins,
Racist
dude.
twins.
They're funny.
Oh, it's awful. It's so bad.
But Dark Moon did one of the coolest things ever, I think, and it was like explain like the advancements in
Yes.
American technology with
Yeah.
the discovery of the Autobots on the moon.
Yeah.
Like I think that's sick. That's such a cool idea.
They try. They definitely take some swing to do some interesting things, and I like some of them, but I just don't know if it delivers or really kind of comes through on all of it. In the kind of story, performance, I don't know. 3's just, it's okay. I'll give it okay. I've watched it a couple times just because I've enjoyed the Transformer movies, especially as a kid. It's okay. I'm fine with leaving it there. The other two, though, awful.
What? The Mark ones?
They're so bad.
I like the idea of that with like a tinkerer.
The one with Stanley Tucci in it should never have been made.
Which one is that?
I think it's not the first Wahlberg one, but the second one. I can't even remember what these names are. The Last Night. Is it no? I think it might be The Last Night.
Sounds weird.
There's so many lines that make no sense. The dialogue in the Mark Wahlberg one specifically are just awful. Yeah. So bad. They take me out of the movie to where I go, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like, this is just bad. Yeah. Bad writing.
Fair. I don't like those either. But yeah, sweet. Well, do we have something at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just gonna talk the game. We talked Super Bowl trailers. We talked about some stuff coming up. I think that's about it. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I remember what we were going to say. We were going to chat a little bit about in the next episode because we're in hour 20.
Okay, that's good.
So
not bad, not too bad.
No. So in the next episode, we're going to get it. We're definitely going to touch on this, as I think it's cool. Is like, what does this really mean for DC for Superman to be good?
That's right. Yeah,
and if it's going to come back, like have a comeback, because
we're entering into the new DC universe. We're also in a year where Marvel might be hitting their stride again. Maybe, I don't want to say it, but possibly. So what does it mean for let's that's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that next week. We'll get that going.
Sweet
man. Well, awesome. So this is, we're filming this on Wednesday. Tomorrow we see Captain America.
So by the time this comes out,
can't really plug anything because it's coming out. This will be coming out next week.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to it now, you haven't watched our first official parking lot take. We'll be doing it in the movie theater parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Very excited about that.
And we're excited about that. And then I think you are going to be doing some solo stuff.
Do some stuff for it. Yeah.
So check that out as well.
Definitely.
For sure. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok, and that's about it. We're on Spotify. But either one is great.
Check us out all those places. Follow us. Subscribe if you can. The support would mean the world to us.
Yeah. Any advice as well?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this sucks or that. We're always down to hear. So
we've definitely already gotten that Brandon has some awful takes from some viewers.
Hey, I'm clipping up some stuff right now that's gonna hurt me a little bit.
I can't wait. So, but follow us on all those. We're super excited. Let us know.
Awesome. Sweet.
Sweet.
That's a wrap, baby.
That's a wrap.